Hi, I'm Dragon on your shirt, and welcome to another Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades mod showcase. I think today we might have something that you guys will really like. But of course, with any good Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades video, we always start you guys off with a good sound check. And make sure your speakers aren't up too high. Alright, so for the first mod that I'm going to show you today, I'm going to show you the forest made by Marcel. And we're going to be going into the T&H map, but there is a sandbox map if you want to look into that as well. Alright, so let's jump into it. Alright, and now we are here at the T&H menu. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go on Beginner Blake, and we're just going to walk around and see how it looks. Just check the map out. Alright, and we are here in the Forest Take and Hold map. Alright, so let's just go ahead and grab our gun here just so we have a little bit of security while we roam around. And it looks like they spawn you with a flashlight. In fact, they spawn you with two and a flare gun. I guess, I mean, if things get a little too dark. Alright, let's go look around. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spill the beans. This map is just basically a take and hold recreation of the map from the Slender Man game. And if you know anything about that, well, I'm sorry. But let's see. Ooh, we have a truck over here. Wonder if it's got a page. There's no page. Oh man, I really don't want to turn around and look behind me. Well, let's see. According to our map, it looks like we have our first supply point inside the house. Let's go see what's there. I like that as soon as I walk up to the house, ominous music or whatever, just spooky noises start playing. Let's see how dark it is without the flashlight. Well, I mean, it's not super dark, but it definitely does make it really scary.
Man, I have felt stiff all day. What's going on over here? Coordination.
Man, we frickin' got him. I can already tell you that this map would be really fun on, like, Zeke the zombie hunter, or maybe even the Half-Life character. I forget the name. Alright.
Interfacing with system node. Hold this position.
Ooh, that's really cool.
Analyzing system.
I like that the barrier is a, oh. Well, that's a little scary. Wonder if he'll go away. Can you guys also see Slender Man over there. Ooh.
Neutralize it. Encryption neutralized.
Let's see if he goes away after the hold.
Hold
He
successful.
does.
Data extracted. 3 override tokens found. Advance to next system node and take it.
So I guess whenever you take a hold point, Slender Man will just kind of like find a spot and just kind of sit there and stare at you like a creep.
What's that?
It looks like the supply points always pop up in the hospital or whatever. I mean, I guess that kind of could be convenient for some people.
Oh, goodness.
Still no page. Let's see if we can find the Slender Man again in this next wave. See what happens.
Interfacing with system node.
I'm not gonna lie. I think some of these areas probably definitely aren't meant for like characters using
Static
guns.
encryption detected.
I guess he only pops up in nope, there he is. Hey, what's up, bud? Don't mind if I take a couple pops at you, will ya? Yeah, he's fine with it. He's chill. I really like that your barrier is just this
Analyzing
like
system.
kind of thickish fog. I wonder. Oh yeah, you can barely see through that without a flashlight.
He wasn't a handsome person in this life, but looks aren't the half of it. He was a monster.
The truck's talking.
He knew of my brother.
You know, I didn't quite understand what that lady said, but I have a feeling that's probably from like one of the Slender Man games. Well, anyway, so this is the forest on Taken Hold. I'm sure it's probably a bit different in the sandbox. I wouldn't know. I would have to check that out myself. Maybe I'll do that. You guys comment down below and let me know if you'd like to see me run through the sandbox part of these maps to see how different they are. But this definitely would be a fun map for like Zeke the Zombie Hunter. For sure. Alright, so for the next mod on the list, it's actually going to be 2 mods, which I'm going to call a mod combo because these two kind of go hand in hand with each other. But anyway, so the first of the mods I'm going to show you is modular helmets made by Andrew FTW. And then the next one is going to be Night Vision, also made by Andrew FTW. And I think you guys will like this one because it would be really great for when you're running through the forest like what I just showed you. Alright, let's go check it out. Okay, so now we are here in the meat grinder because I thought this would be the best place to showcase the night vision goggles and how well they work. So all we're going to do is we're just going to come down to our item spawn in here, and with the night vision goggles, what you need to do is you need to make sure that you get yourself one of these helmets that has one of these mounts here, but you can do all kinds of crazy stuff with the helmets here. Like, you can put yourself a pick rail on the side of here, and then you can, let's see, come over to attachments, put yourself like a flashlight on it. Yeah, and then you just put that guy on and boom, you have a flashlight mounted helmet. And then you also have a lot of other helmets, like you have an Atlan helmet here that you can put a mask on. But anyway, yeah, you can put your Atlan helmet on and boom, you're face is covered, if that makes a difference. You know, pretend you're a Spetsnaz or something. You have only like 3 different flavors of night vision here. You have a single monocle night vision if you just want to, you know, be looking out one eye through night vision, and then you have, you know, a monocle here that, let's see, if I remember right, it'll only come up as green. But anyway, so all you do is you gotta spawn your mount, and then you just put it on your helmet here, put the night vision on, and then you just slap it on, and there you go. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. I might have to adjust it, but if for whatever reason the night vision goggles you have on isn't where you like them, you can adjust them just like that. Okay, so through some trial and error, I went ahead and I just spawned a camera, and this should help you guys kind of see what I was seeing. But yeah, no, you can look through those, and like that's what it looks like. And let me just turn this flashlight on, and yeah, that should come up nice and bright for you. So now I'll go ahead and I'll show you this I can't talk. I'm going to show you this pair of night vision goggles, and honestly, out of the 3, I think these ones are the best just cuz you get more coverage, but it's really simple. It comes with its own mount. And you just slap it right there on your helmet, throw your helmet on, and see, just like all the others, you might have to adjust it to get the right spot. But let me see here if I can get that set up. This one is a lot easier to adjust. You can adjust this up and down, back and forth. You can adjust the lens side to side to whatever suits you best. Now let's see if I can't get this adjusted in a way that you guys can see. I mean, you guys can see through the one. All right, now let's turn off the light, and ooh. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't help out a whole lot in complete darkness. So let me I'm gonna grab this match here. Yeah, it doesn't really help out too much in complete darkness. Let me try the other one. So one cool thing, even if you don't have a helmet, if you just want to spawn these and just kind of look through them, you can do that. You can kind of use them as a pair of binoculars. But yeah, no, they don't work too well in complete darkness. So I'm not sure if I would recommend using them for the meat grinder. So moving on to the last you know, kind of set of night vision goggles, you just have these monocles here, and they can come in either like, you know, like classic green, or you can get them in the white phosphorus stuff if you want to. I mean, it definitely brightens things up a lot, but you know, like I was saying earlier, you're not going to be able to see very well in complete darkness, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. I mean, it'd still be cool for some fun, you know, some like Modern Warfare 2 or some Splinter Cell roleplay or something like that. If you want to go that route, you can pretend you're like Solid Snake putting on some night vision goggles.
Bravo 6. Going dark.
Alright, so for the next mod on our list, I'm going to show you Meat's modular AR made by Meat Bonanno. And this one is an old one that's been around for a good while, but there is so much you can do with this mod. And I'm going to show you what you can do with it. Okay, so now we're back in the game, and I'm going to show you how to find the modular AR mods through the classic item spawner, because the newer item spawner is kind of weird with finding some mods, and that's just kind of how it is. I mean, you can still find your mods and stuff, but it's a lot easier to do it through the classic item spawner. But anyway, so all you need to do is you just come up to your spawner here, and it's not going to be an SMG rifle, it's not going to be an assault carbine or whatever. All you need to do is you just come up to your starting page, whatever you want to call it, and then you just hit next, and it should be here with any other mods that you have, and we'll get to these eventually. You know, give me time. But anyway, so you just click on modular AR, and you got all kinds of stuff to play around with. You got receivers, barrels, gas blocks, uppers, charging handles, handguards, magazines, stocks, muzzles and suppressors, and grips. And there's just so much here you can play with. Like you go to the AR-15 barrels, and you got, you know, just a regular 14.5-inch barrel for like an M4 build. You got some small stubby stuff for like an SBR or AR pistol. You got a 20-inch, 24-inch for like a long-barreled M16 or some kind of build like that. You have, I'm not sure what this is for. Some kind of weird barrel with a Loudner on it. You get to your gas blocks, and you got a classic, you know, like M16 front post gas block here with the sling. You got one without the sling, if that's not your style. You got one with pick rails, if that's something you're interested in. You got a Picatinny gas block if you want to build yourself like a very bare bones civilian AR-15 like you see. You've got flip up sights. So, and when you get into the AR grips, there's just all kinds of stuff here. You got an A2 for something classic. You got, I don't know, you got that stock if you want to turn your AR-15 into a Drogonov. You got, there's so many options here. I think you kind of get the gist. If you get to your AR extras, you know, there's all kinds of different sights. There's a M-Lock grip, an M203 leaf sight. You've got some flip-up sights. You got the classic carry handle sight if you're a real Giga Chad, if you're a real OG. And all of this stuff down here, this is all part of another mod that I will get to at some point. I think that's from the AR-10. A lot of these mods end up kind of getting mushed together, and there's only so many that I can cram into one video. I guess if you'd rather I just kind of like try and cram these all into one video, just comment down below, just kind of, you know, give me some feedback and stuff. That's always appreciated. But anyway, so if you don't really feel like building your own AR, if you come down into receivers, you've got all kinds of different options. You got a lot of pre-builts. You got a pre-built for a classic M4. And here's the nice thing is you can still build off of it. So if you wanted to switch some things around, like if you wanted to take off this handguard, take off this gas block, put a flip sight gas block on it, you can do that. And then, you know, just come down to your handguards, and I don't know, let's see, here we go. put a knight's armament rail on it, you know, just like that, and you got yourself a completely different AR-15. You can let's see here. Take the stock off and then put a wood stock on it, you know, just make yourself something that's kind of a Franken gun, you know. The sky's the limit with. I would love to show them all off in one video. Maybe I will, you know, just kind of comment below if you just want me to get all the modular stuff out the way. You can get yourself a pre-built, just something to lay the groundwork, something that does like most of the work for what you want to build. And if you just wanted to start from scratch and build a gun from the ground up, you can just spawn yourself a lower and go ham. You can build yourself the AR-15 of your dreams, or something that should never be seen by the human eye. You know, sky's the limits. One thing that the mod also does provide is you have some SR25 setups if you want like an SR25 build, if you wanted to do something with that. And it's kind of the same deal, except when you spawn a frame, you get both a lower and an upper, so you can't really switch the uppers around. But you can still get a little crazy with it. And just to show you what kind of stuff you can do, I'm gonna take this SR25 frame and I'm gonna build something out of it.
Later.
Done. So I can already tell there's gonna be just a little bit of outrage in the comments for the monstrosity that I just built. Just to let you know what I did with this little project, I went over to the SR25 and, you know, like I said, I was going to build something out of it, and I spawned that, and then what I did is I came down to grips and I grabbed the ADR, went to barrels, and instead of doing an AR-10 barrel, I just went ahead and I grabbed a regular 20-inch barrel like you'd see off an M16, and then I used this triad gas block because I already had one spawned. Grab the M4 carry handle sight, put the gooseneck adapter on it, as well as the M203 leaf sight. Let's see. I also put the Warcom plus suppressor muzzle on it, and if I wanted to, I could probably grab a suppressor from this. In fact, no, I'm gonna do that right now. Wait. There it goes. Anyway, and then from there, I just went ahead and I put some, put the M203 Classic on it, like what's already in the game. You know, I put that guy on, and then I came down to the laser sights, and I just slapped that guy on here, and put the not the KDR, but the MTI reflex, and I put it up here, and we have this. But anyway, that's just some of the things you can do with the modular AR. Okay, so the last mod on our list that I'm going to show you is going to be Brighter Flashlights by City Robo. And this one is definitely a lot more useful if, you know, you just want your flashlights to be brighter. But let's jump in game and let me show you how it works. Alright, and so now we're back in the game, and we're out here in the Arizona range at night, And you kind of already saw the way the brighter flashlight kind of works. When I was doing the forest, you may have noticed that, you know, this flashlight is a bit brighter than most, but how you get it to be brighter once you get get your mod downloaded is what you do is you pull up your little menu here, and it should be here in custom buttons, and then you're going to want to go to the mod panel, and while you hold this, you're going to go to your plugins. All right, and then from there, you just scroll down till you get to brighter flashlights, and then you're going to hit this little cog here, and then from there you can change all the values on your flashlight. I currently have mine, range to 600, brightness to 30, brightness and dark to 5, and you can also mess around with the range on the tactical flashlights. You know, the kind of stuff that attaches to like a pick rail and stuff. But it is a little finicky. So one thing I am going to show you is when you go to adjust like the value or something. Let's set this to, I don't know, 10. And then when you go to adjust that to like, I don't know, maybe 3, oh no, that's just been reset to 3. And if you try and, try to set this, back to the default or whatever, then that's just going to set everything to 300. And, well, that's bright. That's like too bright. So what you're going to want to do is anytime that you adjust a value, let's go ahead and get these set back to the default value, is you're going to want to back out. Then you're going to go back in and see, this is already set to 300, so we'll just take our brightness and we'll set that to 0.5. And then once you have that set, you're going to want to back out again, hit the cog again, and then edit your next thing. And we're going to set this back to 0.9, and that should fix your issue. And then, like, I don't know, let's adjust the range again back to 600, and we'll go back to that. Set that to 6, and, that kind of gets rid of that issue. So if you're having problems with that, that's the best way to fix it. But it's definitely really handy, because if you really don't care for how bright the standard flashlight is, you can kind of adjust it, play around with this till you get something you like. Let's go ahead and get the flashlight to something that's a bit more desirable. So I'm thinking we're going to back out, then we're going to take that, and we're going to set it to a range of 700. I'm going to back out again. Set our brightness value to 9. Back out again. And then we're going to set our brightness in the dark up to 3. And yeah, you can already see that is much brighter than just the base game. In fact, it kind of almost gets all the way out to that mountain over there. So you could really do some really nice stuff. You can like kind of make this flashlight as bright as a spotlight. That's actually really nice. I like that. Okay, so I think that'll do it for this week's mod showcase. Thanks for stopping in and watching. And if there's any particular mods that you'd like to see me do, just go ahead and comment down below and I'll try and get to them. But until then, keep beating that meat.